Good evening, everybody. Today, I'm very happy to hear this DHARMA television from Jamyang, Nepal, and they are the Joe party. It's very nice to introduction the DHARMA introduction, and I think it is very benefit for many people from the local Nepal and some other countries, and so on and so forth. So, the organizer, the Guruji and the master, he asked me to introduce about mantra, some kind of mantra, such as the Om Mani Padme Hum. You know, it is the mantra of the Awaloketeshwar. So it was very happy to introduce and good opportunity to introduce about this holy mantra of the Awaloketeshwar. Basically, I'm graduated from South India, Jamyang Losele Monastery, and we have been studying the Buddhism and Dharma and the Sutra side and the Tantra side. It's a Tibetan Buddhism and the Himalayan Buddhism. You know, there's so many kind of the different kind and the different traditions, the different you know, the source of the Buddhism come from the India or Pali language and you know, this Sanskrit language. But it's now we can understand that was very relevant to the introduction of the Dharma in these countries, because 2,500 years ago, the Buddha Shakyamuni was born in Lumbini and the Nepal. So this why it's really interesting because the Buddhism, the Buddha Shakyamuni, master of the ahimsa, the no violence. The only one great master of the non-violence, or the just the ahimsa, is only Buddha Shakyamuni, you know. His Dharma is very, you know, this profoundly, so many categories, so many types of different, you know, Theravada tradition, the Mahayana tradition, the Vajrayana traditions. That's what we are from Himalaya area. So, you know, this Tibet and Himalaya area, and you know this in Nepal. There's so many Himalayan people always practicing the Buddha Dharma. That's like particularly they engage to the reciting mantra, you know, such as Awaloketeshwara's mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. You know, that was the Himalaya people that we have from the Nepal, the Tamang, Grum, the Sherpa, Burgum, Norbu, Limin. There are so many western of Nepal and belong to the Buddhist, you know. Most of them are engaged to the Mahayana and particularly in the Vajrayana. That's why they are all senior people from the Himalaya always would like to recite the mantra of the Awaloketeshwara, you know. That's why I think in the modern, particularly in modern times, there are so many sufferings, so many problems around the world. You know, you look at the there are many big problems, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, that so many people suffering under the war, like in the Midwest, in the Gaza, and this between the Hamas, Israel, they're fighting each other, killing each other. There's so many people dying every day. So that's why there's many big problems. The cause of the problems, most of them created by human beings. Some kind of the big problem, some kind of the problem, the suffering, compared to the natural disasters, earthquake, pandemic, landslide, and the river, water flowing. There are many kind of the problems caused by the natural disasters. But many problems and sufferings created by the human beings, such as the killing and fighting each other, because they cannot control their mind and their desire. And too much desire, and it is my country, they're fighting each other. All those problems, all those sufferings come from the desire. Desire, and there are so many delusions, these afflicted emotions within our mind. We should control our mind, but it is very difficult to control our mind. There are so many negative emotions, that are complete afflicted emotions, anger, jealousy, hatred, ignorance. There are so many negative emotions arise within our mind, and they're doing some negative activities. They make up big problems around the world. That's why in Buddhism, particularly Mahayana Bodhisattva practice, something like Awaloketeshwar, compassion, this kind of the positive mind, which the compassion is very relevant, very important for modern society and the modern world. That's why we had to more emphasize on this topic. So all in the Tibet and the Himalaya region, the region of the peaceful land, peaceful regions, they always practicing the compassion and pray to the gods and the Buddha of compassion, the Awaloketeshwar, and senior people from the Himalaya and the Tibet, they are always reciting mantra, the Mani Padme Hum. Not only just one time, 2 times, the whole day, whole life, they recite the mantra, the Mani Padme Hum. Some senior people, very devoted people, they recite very heartily the mantra of the Mani Padme Hum, and 100,000 of recitation of the mantra. Then some people, the whole life, they are reciting mantra billion times on the mantra. So it is our tradition, because they believe they were strong, the Awaloketeshwara, and they're reciting mantra and prayer to Awaloketeshwara. But most important is that most people from the Himalaya and the Tibet, most people are strongly believe in the Buddha and the Awaloketeshwara and the practice of compassion. But they don't know what is the meaning of the Mani Padme Hum. That's why I would like to introduce the mantra of the Mani Padme Hum. We call it the 6 syllable. In terms of my case, I always recite the mantra of this Awaloketeshwar. It is really source of the peacemaker. It's the source of the powerful of the compassion. Only practicing the compassion can make a peace around the world. That's why it's, just recitation of the mantra is not enough, because the Buddhism is not just believers. Just believe and pray and the recitation is not enough. We have to study and more deeply. We should understand that what is the meaning of what you are reciting the mantra. Yeah. So that's why today I would like to introduce them one by one, the 6 syllable. Normally, people who want to practice the compassion to Buddha, the Awaloketeshwara, they first go to see the Guru, and the Guru gives the empowerment and initiation of the Awaloketeshwara. After that, the people visualize the self-generate the Awaloketeshwara and they recite this mantra. It's more benefit for them and more benefit for self and others. Now I start to introduce of the 6 syllable. The first syllable is Om. Second is Ma, Ni, Pat, Me, Hum. It's 6 syllables. What is talking about the Om, Ma, Ni, Pat, Me, Hum? The Om means 3 letters put together, A, O, Ma, A and Ma and O. A, Ma, O, a 3 letters put together. And the second is the Mani. And third one is the Padme. And the last one is the Hum. It's a 6 syllable. Basically, it's talking about something Awaloketeshwara's what is symbolized, what is represented, what we're showing. Awaloketeshwara is the Buddha of compassion, That's he has 1 face and 2 arms. Some Awaloketeshwara showing 100,000 1,000 eyes and 1,000 arms, right? On the 4 arms and 1 face, like this. However, the Awaloketeshwara hold the gem, this jewelry, jewel heart, hold this first 2 hands, hold the jewel heart. It symbolizes the money. It is Sanskrit terminology, the money is the jewel. This Padma means lotus flower. Yeah, who of seed of seed of the Awaloketeshwara. Yeah. Then what is Awaloketeshwara showing us? Why he hold this jewel and the lotus flower? What is the Om? That every mantra start from the Om, right? Om is put 3 letters. Om, A, Ma. These 3 letters represent the body, mind, and speech. Now it's the Awaloketeshwara try to show us how to transform transform the ordinary bodies, mind, speech, yeah, the transfer to the holy mind, body, speech, or to transform. And the process, Om Mani Padme Hum means the process to unpure the body, mind, speech, to transfer to pure mind, body, speech, It's trying to show also something, process of the transforming. Unpure and pure, all body, mind, speech, or the three doors, or the ordinary three doors, are not unpure, it's just unpure, not clean. Now it's ordinary, it's suffering, it's samsara. Because we are all sentient beings that remain in this ocean of suffering, ocean of samsara. Why? Because all body, mind, speech are not clean, not purified. So that is the impure. That's why we have to feel all suffering, the negatives, always a big problem. So now we have to try to transfer the pure mind, the body, speech, like Awaloketeshwar's body, mind, speech. Yeah? All Buddhas and our Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, such as Awaloketeshwar's body, mind, speech, very already purified and cleans. Because we normally, in Sanskrit terminology, say that three kaya, Dhammakaya, Rupakaya, and the Sambhogakaya. It's Avalokiteshvara's mind and the mind of all Buddhas, enlightenment, or full awakenings. And the pure mind, as we call the Dhammakaya. Its body is already purified, just like a rainbow body, not a physical body, just like an energy body and a very high level, a very powerful and a rainbow body, and so we call it the Sambhogakaya, the body of the Sambhogakaya. Actually, what the this Avalokiteshvara is not human beings. His body is a celestial body, the rainbow body, illusion body. He lives only on the pure land. He always lives the pure land. So his real body we cannot see directly, or because all sense of the organs are just like us. These ordinary beings cannot see directly to Avalokiteshvara's body. So that's why Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, try to show the physical body in this samsara. This we call this just like a Guru Pema Sambhava, just like a manifestation of the Avalokiteshvara, Guru, just like a Lama. We call it the Rupakaya. Yeah? That is all this body, mind, speech. Avalokiteshvara's body, mind, speech, all this are the purified and the pure three doors of the Buddha. So that's why now we have the ordinary people who have the impure the body, mind, speech, to transform to pure body, mind, speech. Yeah, whom is the seed of the seed of the Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara arising from the emptiness. From emptiness, the first arising is just the syllable whom, and the whom is the seed of the Avalokiteshvara's body. Whom and transformed into the whole body, just like illusion body of the Avalokiteshvara. So this is the Hum is the last syllable of the Awaloketeshwar. It represented this compound, the body, mind, speech of the Awaloketeshwara compound together, just like the Hum syllables represent the compound of the mind of body, mind, speech of the Awaloketeshwara. So that was the Om is all body, mind, speech. So now we have to know that the process of the how to transfer from the impure to pure body, mind, speech, That's why we had to use the two points, just like Mani and the Pema. Mani is the jewel. Jewel is symbolized and represent of the compassion of bodhicitta. This Padma is a representative of the wisdom, the emptiness, wisdom of the understanding, the selflessness or emptiness, is shunyata. And the Padma, This is the two side, method side of the compassion, the loving kindness, and the compassion, the bodhicitta, the method side. Understand the emptiness, the shunyata, the wisdom, the shunyata, at the, this wisdom side. Both of them associate each other. Then we can transform the all unpure the body, mind, speech to transform to the pure body, mind, speech. So because of how to this jewel symbolize the compassion of the bodhicitta, compassion means the mind which wish to liberate all sentient beings from the suffering. This kind of mind we call the compassion in the Sanskrit and the karuna. And the karuna means the one kind of positive mind, the mind which wish to all sentient beings liberate from suffering. We call it as karuna or the compassion, That's what the Awaloketeshwara hold is the jewel. Jewel represent the compassion. Because jewel is very valuable things, very, this is very costly things, very expensive. If you get business people go to the ocean and some they go to very far and they bought some jewel from the ocean and to sell the other end. It is very, can collect a lot of money and the benefit to so many people. Similarly, of the compassion, the bodhicitta can help so many people. They're thinking of all other sentient beings. That's why the jewel and symbolizes the compassion, the bodhicitta, The bodhicitta means the Sanskrit, a bodhicitta or the body mind. Bodhicitta means body means the enlightenment of the Buddhahood. Mind, citta means mind. Bodhicitta means the mind which wish to achieve the enlightenment for all other sentient beings. This kind of mind we call the bodhicitta. In the Lama language, we call it the Chanchu Sin. This is a jewel. It's just showing us the compassion and the bodhicitta. Then the second one, the Pema. Pema with the lotus flower. Lotus flower is the really best symbolizes Buddhism, India great king, the Ashoka, just make a Dhammachakra, It is a Buddhism symbol, other symbol. Earlier, the Ashoka, and the lotus flower is the best symbolized in the Buddhism, And some of us is because the lotus flower ray is arising from this dirty place in the lake, and the lake is so dirty place. But a lotus flower come from this dirty area, like a very dirty water, the lake. And the water, the dirty lake is just like a clay, and so dusty and dirty. But lotus flower comes very clearly, very clean, very good smelling, very brightness, This the lotus flowers, the bright and the open, the fully open. It is symbolized the full awakening of the Buddha, Buddha Shakya means how to become the Buddha, how to achieve the enlightenment. Because the mind purified all negative emotions, he knows clearly everything. Because his mind purified and fully awakened. That's just like a lotus flower. That's why the lotus flower symbolizes the Buddhahood. That is the Awaloketeshwar hall. Lotus flower. It is clearly showing that we should practice on the understanding the reality, understand the suchness, understanding of the emptiness, That's what the lotus flower just showing, the symbolize, the understand the reality. So that's why how to our mind transfer to the Buddha's mind, how to transfer all the body, and the physical body transfer the illusion body and the Sambhogaya body, how to transfer all speech, transfer to the Buddha's speech. That's what we have to use these two kind of the practice, wisdom side and the compassion side, method side. These two, only compassion is not enough. Without understand the emptiness, and the only compassion, the bodhicitta, will not be able to achieve the Buddhahood. So that's why we have to use associate with understand the emptiness. That's why we have to use the jewel and the lotus flower. That's what Awaloketeshwar showing lotus flower and the jewel. That's what we recite mantras Ma, Ni, Padme. Mani means jewel in Sanskrit terminology. Mani, Padme. Padme means lotus flower. So that was the two sides. We have to practice from the beginning to Mahayana practice. We have to go stage by stage. This 5 spiritual paths and the 10 bhumi, and we have to practice for so long time. So now we call it the path of the cumulative merit, and we call it solam, and the path of preparation, and the path of seeing, sight-seeing of the emptiness, and the path of meditation, the path of no more learning. So we have the 5 different paths. From the third part of the path of seeing, we start on 10 bhumi. First bhumi, second bhumi, then we have the 10 bhumi. So that's why all this part of the bhumi and the stage of the, stage to the path to the enlightenment, everywhere, every time you have to study the thinking, studying the thinking, the meditation on the bodhicitta and the emptiness. So that's also two kind of the practice. This is the main point of practice of the bodhisattva or mahasattva. Then finally we could become the fully enlightenment. So that's why finally the seed of Hum. That's also Om Mani Padme Hum. It is my short introduction of the mantra of the Awaloketeshwara. Actually, this mantra is Awaloketeshwara's mantra. Awaloketeshwara belong to not the sutra side. Basically, Buddhism have so many different levels, sutra side and the tantra side, and Theravada tradition and Mahayana or Vajrayana. So Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar, and Southeast Asia that belong to the Theravada traditions. And China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, the Tibet, all of them, the Mahayana. Particularly Himalayans, the Tamang, Sherpa, Tibetan, Himalaya people, and the Vajrayana traditions, particularly on the Buddhism from Nepal. We belong to Vajrayana. So that was Awaloketeshwara also belong to this kind of practice. I belong to the Vajrayana, the mantra of the Vajrayana, Vajrayana also have 4 different levels. Sometimes we call the Tiya, Antara, Anitara Yoga. This normally we use the English. Action Tantra, Performance Tantra, Yoga Tantra, Haggis Yoga Tantra, that's why. That's why Awaloketeshwara belong to Action Tantra. First Tantra that we call the Action Tantra. That's what who people want to practice of the Awaloketeshwara and recite mantra, we should go to see the master of the Vajrayana who have a guru, where this blissful, the powerful, who have the retreat for a long time. He can give you the empowerment, the initiations. Then after that, you can practice of the Awaloketeshwara and the retreat and the reciting mantra for a long time. It's more benefit for others. Yeah. So then how to visualize the Awaloketeshwara? If you have the initiation, and you can practice fully practice of Awaloketeshwara. Otherwise, if you don't have the initiation or empowerment of Awaloketeshwara, then you can just visualize Awaloketeshwara stage on your calm position. Then you can recite mantra, it's okay. If you have the empowerment, then you first make empty your body, make empty everything. From emptiness, arising the 4 elements, and it becomes one syllable, the Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hum. Hum is the seed of the Awaloketeshwara. From emptiness, the Hum become transformed your whole body of the Awaloketeshwara. You can generate the Awaloketeshwara by yourself, from emptiness to syllable letter Hum. Hum to whole body, your body, self-generate. After that, you can invite the real Awaloketeshwara from the Pure Land and absorb your body with what you visualize in your body, right? That was the real Awaloketeshwara, invite from the Pure Land and absorb and the unit, Da Hum Pan Ho, absorb in the unit, your body, and the Awaloketeshwara as a real Awaloketeshwara. After that, you can think that I am a real Awaloketeshwara, and then you visualize the will of the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, the will of the mantra on your heart level. The all mantra also chanting together, loudly chanting and rhyming. turning the wheel of your mantra chakra, the wheel, and shining, brightly shining, the rest to go all directions to reach the all sentient beings. All sentient beings also become the Awaloketeshwar. All sentient beings, including you, all living beings transformed into Awaloketeshwar. We have to visualize something like that. Then all Buddha and Bodhisattvas are very happy, and because it is very good activity, a good deed for all sentient beings. That's why all Buddha and Bodhisattvas will be happy to give you blessing, and your mantra is more powerful. Then you recite mantra as much as you can do, 100,000, something like that. Then, for one time, you can recite mantra 1,000, 2,000. Then after that, you can offer to Awaloketeshwara. What do you have? The flower, incense, water, butter lamp, whatever you have, you can offer to Awaloketeshwara. Self-offering also can possible, because you are already generated the real Awaloketeshwara. That's what you can offer by yourself to offer the all Buddha and Bodhisattva. Yeah. Then finally, after finish the sadhana of the Awaloketeshvara, then you can send back the real Awaloketeshvara, send back to pure land, and you conclude your visualize and conclude and pray for all sentient beings for the peace world. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, it's my short introduction to how to practice the Awaloketeshvara. I hope that it is a benefit for all of you. Thank you.